I like to celebrate weirdness, weird things, weird Barbie. Hello, welcome to KLC Podcast, where I like to celebrate weirdness, weird things, weird Barbie. Did you notice the bright, bright pink? I have my weird Barbie inspired top done. It's all done. It was inspired by Cinnamon Stitch's Summer Breeze tank. So I did the tank here, and then I added, so I did it all in the one color, in the neon pink, and then I added on the mandala ombre happy to add on a little weirdness to the bottom, and then did super weird down here, did a little bit of a a little bit of a border, chain border. And the sleeves I did kind of weird like. I did some split sleeves here. This is just a regular sleeve. Did a little color controlling so I could, doesn't look controlled though, does it? Because I'm a little weird. But I just did after I finished this round, before I did this round, I went under with just some slip stitches. And then I did a foundation half double crochet here, and then here on that round. And then as I was getting further down, I just did a foundation single crochet with these two. And each time that I added a split, I added like 3 stitches, so they got a little bit longer. Could probably even do more if you like to have things hanging down. I don't. So this is great for me, just like that. A little bit weird. And these are connected. So I wanted to make sure that I had all of the colors up here on the top and all of the colors down here on the bottom in whatever order. So the top part is a Craft Smart Economic Value Neon. Value Neon, 100% acrylic. And the color is neon pink, of course. It was 252 yards. This is all I've made with it so far, and this is what I have left. So basically an entire skein to get that body part. The body part. Which body part, Chris? I don't know. Get the body part of it done before I did the trimming with the happy. And this is the happy. I don't have the correct ball band because if y'all remember, I have a sparkle ball band. I don't know why on this one, but this was the happy. And so these are all the colors that I used for this. And I love it. It is quite thick. This neon, what is it? The Craft Smart Value Neon, quite thick, quite floofy. I'm hoping that when I wash it, I'm gonna wash it before I wear it, and just to see if that kind of, I don't know. Maybe I need to get a steamer and kill it a little bit. Don't tell anybody. I'm an acrylic murderer. A little bit, just a little bit. So that is my first finished object, Weird Barbie. And I tell you what, when I was younger, not a big Barbie fan. I wasn't. Because Barbie was too perfect. She was, well, when you first get a Barbie, her hair is perfect. When you first get her, her hair is perfect, her clothes are perfect, but most of all, she was skinny. And I've never felt skinny. And I haven't been skinny. I did have gastric bypass surgery, which I mentioned before, and so I have lost 100 pounds. And so all through my grown-up years, when I was a kid, when I was a preteen, when I was a teenager, and I was a young adult, and then it just got bigger. I got bigger. And so I just never felt like a Barbie. And so I didn't feel like she really reflected me. And I knew that I wasn't quite like everybody else. And Barbie was supposed to be, in my mind, she was a stereotypical representative of young women. And I never thought that I would ever look like that or be like that. So I never really enjoyed Barbie. When I went to see the Barbie movie, I didn't really want to see the Barbie movie. My little sister really wanted to see it. And I love to go see movies with people that it's their favorite movie and they're really excited to see it. I love that because I love to enjoy it with them. So I just went to enjoy my sister enjoying it. Loved the movie because Weird Barbie is my hero. She's my new hero. I may just go out looking for old Barbies and make them weirder. Make them some weird clothes. Put them in the perpetual splits, whatever. I just love, if you haven't seen the movie, go see the movie. And what she represents. And just the evolution of Barbie. I think that it's a really nice message. I know that that Barbie is not supposed to be the controversy that she turned out to be, with this unnatural expectations, unreasonable expectations of young girls. It was just a Barbie. It's just a freaking doll. It's just a Barbie. But I know for me, it did not represent me. It didn't represent me. I didn't get it. I didn't get her. I get Weird Barbie because I'm a weirdo. Those who know I'm a weirdo. So anyway, so it's my Weird Barbie tribute. More than just inspired, it's a tribute to Weird Barbie and all of us Weird Barbies out here. And I know you're there. And love you. I love you. It's fantastic. So that was my neon pink. My nose is itching. Does that mean that somebody's talking about me? Yeah, or it just means I got a booger up there. I don't know. So neon pink, happy mandala ombre. Very, very soft. I really liked it. The only thing I did not like about this yarn as I started working with it is that, and I know it's this kind of a yarn, but you see all the white through it, so it's distressed looking. So it's supposed to look like washed, I guess. Distressed denim, distressed washed. But really what it looks like is that the dye didn't get on it very well. And where the color change occurs, it's not a nice smooth color change. It's really spotty and for a long time, and it's spotty in that it looks dirty. It looks like something has happened. So I did a lot of color control on this with the colors, just so I didn't have to see that. But the yarn itself, I love the colors together. I do like that distressed look, and I love how it feels. It is so soft. It is so soft. Also, I wanted to mention that as I did this tank top, I cheated. I did a continuous spiral, So I didn't have to join and then chain each time. And so what I did though, since you're increasing in the front and the back to make the points, she's got a point there, to make the points, I did not want it to flare out on me. I'm a little short. I don't like it to flare out too much. Coming off my bust, then it just makes me look, a little bit wider than I want to look. So each time I came around to the edges here, I decreased by 2. So I did double crochet 2 together, double crochet 2 together, did the double crochets around, increased by 2, came around here, did 2 of those double crochet 2 together, came around to the point in the back and increased by 2. So that way, once I stopped increasing at the bust line, right here, when I put in the happy, I did some decreases around the edges so that it would stop the increase. Some people really like, I think the idea that Cinnamon Stitches went with, what Jennifer went with, was a handkerchief look. I think that's what it's called. Is that right? I think it is. I think it is. And so, I mean, it's a really cute look. And if I was taller, I love that look. I can't pull it off. I'm too short. And a little wide across the top and shoulders. And it just doesn't work with my shape. So this is a finished object. I've been really busy. Everybody says that. I get on and say, I don't have a lot. I've been really busy. I'm not going to apologize. Life is busy. I love my life. I love my busy life. I do crocheting whenever I have a free moment that I can steal because I love to. But I also have responsibilities and things that I need to do, and I love to do those things too. So I have some things. With school starting, I haven't had as much time to craft as I have, obviously throughout the summer. So I finished this top, and I also finished these things. I'm going to show you. I've already given them away. I did an F-bomb. I'll put it in here or in the front or something. An F-bomb. I think they're so cute. I had seen them around and I thought they were so cute, and I haven't had a reason to make one. And as I was meeting all of my new teacher colleagues, one teacher, Alex, he was telling me a story, and he was just laughing about a teacher that doesn't work there anymore, and wasn't laughing at the teacher, but was just tickled that this teacher was shocked when she spent a little time with him outside of the classroom at his language. So he dropped a few F-bombs. And she said, was that an F-bomb? Did you just say the F word? An F-bomb? And he just thought that was just the funniest thing. And so I came home that night and just made him an F-bomb and went in and opened up his classroom door and threw it at him. And he got a kick out of that. So he's going to throw it at the teenage students when they drop one, I think. I think it's a good idea. So then I also made, for school, I made this turtle. I had not made a turtle before. And so I made a little turtle, a little sea turtle. And I needed to make another creature. I have 4 tables with 4 chairs around each table in my classroom. And I had decided to put out on the tables, instead of putting my little froggies and octopus up on my shelves, where they couldn't be touched, I thought I'd put them out. I've been doing a lot more research and study on neurodivergent students, people who are on the autism spectrum, and they particularly, and I think pretty much everybody, most people, a lot of people, I don't know, I think better when I can do something with my hands. They're soft, they don't make a lot of noise. I just figured I'd put one on each table so that the kids, if they need to fiddle with something, it's like a fidget toy, they can do that. And so I only had 3 little animals, and I had one little apple, amigurumi apple that I did, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago. That is the only other thing that I had. And so I put that on the 4th table, and I was like, one of these things is not like the other. One of these things just doesn't belong. So I decided that night when I came home that I would make a little turtle. So I put one on each table. I had a frog, a hand puppet frog, an octopus, and now a sea turtle, one on each table. And they love it. The kids just love it. And so far, they have not become a disruption in class. If they do, I'm taking them up, because that's what Miss Joyal does. So that's another one of my FOs. Another finished object that I have is just a little tiny, literally a little tiny bag. So I showed in a previous video Al Pacacino. I did his little hat. He had to put on his sunglasses because, his future is so bright. I'll tell you about it in a minute. And I made him the poncho, and then I had a little bit of this yarn left, and so I made him a bag so that he can carry his necessities with him as he travels. He will be leaving me. I didn't realize, how much, sorry, Al. I have anthropomorphized him. I was talking about him. Who was I talking to? I don't remember, but I was talking about Al. They asked me if he was mine, and I was like, no, he's just visiting me, and I can't wait until he moves on so that I don't have this responsibility. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid that something's going to happen to him, and people are still waiting for him. So I started off with, oh my gosh, I can't wait until he moves on, and I was like, don't listen. Oh my gosh, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it, Al. And I realized he's not real. I'm sorry. All right, go again. I feel so bad. No, I've really, really enjoyed him. He is such a special little thing that I talk to him. I think he talks back to me. I'm gonna miss him. I think he's gonna miss me too as he moves on. So freaking soft. So soft. Love this alpaca. I really do. I may have to adopt one of my own. What do you think? I'm gonna adopt one. I think so. Yeah. Since I've been told I can't have any pets. No pets in my new condo. Very sad. So he's really filled a void. So I may be adopting one. Yeah. So he'll be going from here. He'll be heading to Dee's Creative Hands is what I believe. And there's a whole list. Mama G gave a whole list of where he's going. I knew that he was headed to some of these, but some of them I hadn't heard yet. So I'm going to link them all below if they have a channel, if I've been able to find a channel. I'm looking at the wrong page. I'm like, where are they? Names I heard are Mindfully Crocheted, Maura, Gwen with Mama Knows Best, aka Gwen, Cynthia Ventura 360, Llamas in Pajamas 13, or Jude. This one I don't know, Arlene Yuchi. I don't know who that is. I couldn't find them on YouTube, so I don't know if she has a channel. I don't know. Angela. I don't know which Angela we're talking about. She just said Angela. Darla from It's in the Bag Crochet with Darla, 517. Jax, creation by Jax. And Amelia Sanchez. And I don't think I could find her either. So if anybody knows where I can find them, I would love to add them, to tag them. Oh, and then of course, Christina with Bella Uccinetta. Bella Uccinetta. I think that's how you say it. But it's Christina. And she is in Italy? Spain. Oh my gosh, I always knew this, and now I don't know it. That's ridiculous. I watch her. That's going to be Al's last stop, is over there in Europe. And so that Christina can take him around there. Now that he's seen Asia, he's going to spend some time in the States, in the west of the West. Right now he's in the east of the East. He's going to go to the west and the west of the West. And then he's going to go to Europe. Central West. Not even Central West, but West. And hang out there. Ciao, Bella. Right? Yeah. And have some fun there. So, he is headed on his way. So he needs a bag. Is what I'm trying to say. Carry his things. Carry his passport. As he goes along. Whips. Works in progress. I watch YouTube all the time. It's really cutting into my Netflix and Amazon and all of that, Paramount, all my streaming. I need to just cancel all of that because I watch YouTube all of my free time, which is not a lot, but I do. I've got a problem. Hello, my name is Chris, and I'm a YouTubeaholic. Anyway, I was watching Me So Crazy, and she was showing this shawl. It's called the Asymmetrical Spectrum Shawl by Bag O' Day, by Crystal at Bag O' Day. And I had to start it, and I still had I had this mandala ombre balance. So soft. I was like, cool, I'm gonna use this. I have 2 cakes. So I've been using the first cake, almost done with it. I don't know if I'll need both cakes. I don't need one of those really big fanciful shawls. I just need something that's going to go over my shoulders in my air-conditioned classroom to get all of the colors in it. So I'm probably going to use 1.5 cakes. I don't know, we'll see. But I just love this asymmetrical deal. You know, it starts here with a nice short row, and then you just keep going here, and you just keep it grows on the one side. So it's going to end up being longer over here and become a triangle, asymmetrical, so that I can throw that over my shoulders. I'm really loving that, loving it. It's Bag O' Days asymmetrical spectrum shawl, and I am using a 7mm hook, and like I said, I'm using this, which is a 4-weight mandala, not 3-weight, it's a 4-weight and really soft. And it is 344 yards per cake, and it recommends, oh my gosh, I can't see it. It recommends a 5.5, but I went up to a 7 because I don't want it to be too warm. So I wanted it to be as drapey and airy as possible. So that's why I'm using a 7mm, and I'm loving the way this is working out. This is a 7mm. I just really like the holiness. So I'll keep working on that and my other shawl and all my other whips when I get a chance to. My other work in progress, I showed you these 4 granny squares already. Then I made 4 more. I used up, is that one backwards? Yeah. I used up the rest of my happy to make these 4 granny squares. I'm just making the traditional granny. I'm just really enjoying it. And then I had some yellow left over from my ruffle hat that I was able to get 4 more out of. I just love this color. It's so bright and happy to go along with the happy. Get it? Anyway, I made these 4, so that makes 12. La la. Double duck dare. Heard. Received. Almost met. So I'm gonna put these in an envelope. It's definitely gonna be a bigger envelope than I had planned, but I will put 5 more in there so that I have 17. She has to make the other 3 to make the 20. Lala does. Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. She has put out a double duck dare. Anybody who sends this in to Lynn at Nina's Knots Crochet with a note that says, I've been double duck dared, quack, quack. Make sure you put the quack, quack in there, and sends it on to Lynn at Nina's Knots Crochet. For Lynn to put together into a blanket, because she's been so gracious in accepting these squares. I hope that she gets some help, because I have a feeling she's going to end up with a lot of squares. There is a deadline. Go check her out. She's got a deadline. Mad Mimi, she's got a deadline. Go check her out. Find out her deadline. And then we'll have so many squares that we can have lots and lots of blankets, additional blankets, to go to Nancy at She's Got Yarn Too, who is working together with Lynette at Charmed Grammy Crochet, I think, and Billy, the Crafty Floridian. The 3 of them are working together to get a whole load of blankets to donate to Camp Boggy Creek, or Boggy Creek Camp. And if you don't know anything about it, please go to one of those ladies' channels and check it out. It's a very worthy cause. They need blankets for kids to take home with them, and these kids deserve it. They deserve the best that we can send them. So if you can send a whole blanket, send it on to Nancy She's Got Yarn Too. If you can't do a whole blanket for whatever reason, it's the postage, it's the time, it's the money in the yarn, whatever it is, you know, if you can do a granny square, a single granny square, send it to Nina's Knots Crochet and you can be a part of it too. If you can do 17, send it in with a note and make 3 more, because she hates making granny squares. I feel a little guilty doing this to her, but she asked for it. I'm giving it to you. There we go. So that's what I have going on so far. I've also been spending a little bit of time on my first tutorial that I've done in a few years now. So I've been trying to do that. I'm making a tutorial. You'll just see what it is when it comes out. And I hope that you look out for that, and I hope that you enjoy that. I'm trying to make it, I'm not making it for absolute beginners. I do have some beginner videos on my channel that do teach you how to make a single crochet, how to make a slip knot, how to make a chain, how to make a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet. If you need that, it's just not going to be in this tutorial or any of those that I do from here on. Probably, I say that and all I'm doing is one so far. So let's not get ahead of our skis here. The one that I'm doing does not have that. So look out for that. They'll be out shortly. That will be out shortly. And that's what I have. Today, let me tell you, oh my gosh, the monsoons are still here in Bangkok. Hot and heavy, I tell you what. When school is over, they hit every day anywhere between 4 and 6. And they last anywhere from 5 minutes to maybe 30 minutes. But it's torrential rain and winds. And before it started today, it looked like a tornado was coming. It was very ominous skies. And I was still at school. And so I had to wait. Everybody had to wait. If you didn't get out early, which we can't get out early, a lot of the students had left already. All of the students had left already, which is great. But it started right in between the last student left, and it was our time to punch out, right in between there. So all the teachers had to stay for about 20 minutes while it just stormed. And then I had to take a car home instead of my usual motorbike to get home. So that's all right. I'll put in a little video here of the storms if you want to see at my school. So you see a little bit of the school as it's getting rained on. So it's the early years playground to the primary playground to then when I'm upstairs going to my class in the secondary school. All of the rain. So, but it stopped. It's nice now. That's it for me with this podcast. Hope y'all are doing well. I'm glad that it's starting to cool off in a lot of places. I hope that it's starting to cool off where you are. And if not, that I hope that you're staying cool. Seriously, I am really thankful to be in this condo that has an air conditioning unit, a big one, in every room. And it's not the hottest time of the year here, but it's hot enough, you know, and so I know. And I know some of you, it's cold and it's starting to get warmer for you now. It's coming out of wintertime, those of you down under. You've got some warm weather coming. So yeah, we're coming into that time when it's kind of in between. It's the change of the seasons. Beautiful time. So thank you very much for your time, for hanging in there with me. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel if you'd like. Hit the notification if you'd like to know when things come out, when my videos drop. And please like if you like with the thumbs up. That would be great. Be true to yourself. Be kind to yourself and to others. And find your joy. I love you guys. Bye.